Hey everyone, Grand Marshal here with Random Respawn. Today I want to share with you some general knowledge and tips about For Honor. Now this isn't going to be another run-of-the-mill tutorial video, there are already plenty of those plastered on YouTube. This will be centered around some helpful tips that I've picked up since testing the game in its pre-alpha state. Now speaking of tutorials, you should absolutely do the basic and advanced tutorials in the how to play menu. These will not only teach you the basic mechanics of the game, but both of them will also reward you with a decent sum of steel. Once the tutorials are done, head to the social menu and purchase champion status. You can play any hero at no cost, so you don't need to worry about spending steel on heroes unless you want to customize them or equip gear on them. I should note that if you purchase the Season Pass or if you have Twitch Prime, you will receive a free champion status as a reward. So don't worry about purchasing one with steel until after the initial one runs out. Champion status provides an extra XP bonus at the end of every match during its duration, and it's extremely beneficial to leveling up your characters, which is important for two reasons. The first is that each character levels individually. The second is that any rewards you get while playing the character are tied to its level. So you want to increase your level as quickly as possible to start getting better, more rare loot. Now, you have two ways of getting gear. The first one is post-game drops at the end of a match. The second is using steel to purchase scavenger crates. These crates will give a varying number and type of gear depending on the crate you purchased. The key here is to save your steel until at least Reputation 1 with your character. Every 20 levels, your character enters the next Reputation, similar to prestige systems from other games like Call of Duty, but with no drawbacks. You automatically prestige once you get past level 20, and you lose nothing on your character for doing so. So you want to hold off from buying scavenger crates until you're at least Reputation 1. And even then, it's still a good idea not to spend it all at once. Here's why. The scavenger crate rewards change based on your character's level. Once you hit Rep 1, you can begin earning blue items, and then at Rep 3, purple. So you get much more value for your steel if you wait to spend it. One final thing about gear quality. You can upgrade your items using steel and salvage. You get salvage from breaking down pieces of unwanted gear, but keep in mind it's faction specific, meaning you can't take salvage from samurai gear to use on Viking or knight gear, and vice versa. You can see how much you have under the hero name in the bottom left of the screen when customizing your loadout. However, the tier of an item determines its maximum upgrade level. Whites can be leveled from 1 to 6, blues from 7 to 12, and purples from 13 to 18. So use your resources wisely. I wouldn't recommend spending resources on leveling common items because the level cap is so low. Also, according to the recent progression video Ubisoft released, purple level gear requires at least 300 salvage to upgrade. So just hoard all the salvage until the purples start dropping. Alright, so you have your champion status and you're now ready to get into the multiplayer. The final thing you should do before going into a match is set your contract orders. Contracts are a great way to earn steel, experience, and occasionally scavenger crates. From within the multiplayer menu, hit that contracts button to open the contracts menu. The two contracts listed at the top are the dailies, usually one for player versus player, and the other for player versus AI. Next, you have contracts that will rotate a couple times a week. You can equip 3 of these at a time and will make progress on any equipped contracts simultaneously, provided that they can be completed in the same mode. Please note that you will not make any progress on unequipped contracts. You can also equip and unequip the contracts as often as you would like in between rounds without losing any progress. When you complete a contract, the rewards are paid out at the end of the match automatically. Additionally, when the contracts refresh, only the ones that are unequipped are changed, so your current progress towards the equipped ones are unaffected. Now, with that said, be sure to unequip a contract once you complete it. The final thing to note on the screen is the event order section. These are special contracts that the entire community contributes towards, such as, for instance, perform 200,000 executions, and they provide good rewards, so keep an eye out on those. Start familiarizing yourself with the game by knocking out the versus AI contracts. These can be done solo or with friends. If you're looking for additional practice, you can create a custom game versus bots and set the bot level to 1, 2, or 3, which is basically easy, normal, or hard. Or you can even spar with a friend. Note though that you will not make any progress towards contracts when you're in custom games. One of the most important things I tell anyone interested in this game is that it behaves more like a fighting game. Think of Street Fighter with way less shoryukens or hadoukens. Spacing, footsies, mind games, whiff punishes, and feints are just a few key aspects of the combat. You will need to understand your moveset as well as your opponents if you want to win. Know your move list and start experimenting. Learning your attack ranges, what will leave you open to attacks, and your best options to punish your opponents are essential fundamentals. The other guys of Random Respawn and I did a ton of testing and compiled the data of what moves each character has that, when blocked, can be punished by an uninterruptible or untechable guard break. Links to that information are in the description below. Last but not least, when you're fighting, please be aware of your surroundings. Environmental hazards are everywhere, and a simple guard break or even a counter guard break can kill you instantly if you're in unfavorable positioning. Sometimes you'll find yourself in lopsided combat, especially in the Dominion and other 4v4 game modes. Friendly fire is enabled across all game types, so be aware of striking your teammates as you will interrupt their attacks and damage them slightly. When outnumbered, revenge meters gain much more rapidly, so keep this in mind when you're trying to help a teammate by ganging up on a lone opponent. If you run in and swing wildly, you will more likely do more harm than good. Interrupting your ally by striking them and helping your enemy builds revenge meter, which then can help them turn the tide of the fight and overcome the odds. Be aware of this and try to be a little bit more tactful in your dishonorable combat. And that's all I got, really. We'll go into specific heroes down the road, but for now, let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you on the battlefield.